Hello and welcome to the Met Office 10-day trend working from home edition. Now, we've seen a lot of settled weather during spring so far, and there is nothing to suggest that during the next 10 days there'll be any significant change in that. High pressure is expected to dominate our weather. But there will be one significant change, and that's to do with temperature. Frosty nights will continue during the next couple of nights, but gradually temperatures will start to rise, and into next week much warmer air is expected. What's happening? Well, it's simply a repositioning of the high pressure that has brought us the cold Arctic air during recent days and some snow to parts of Scotland. At the moment, that high is to the northwest of Britain, but gradually into the weekend and the start of next week, the high will move its way south and it's going to end up anchored to the southwest or south of the UK. And that will lead to a change in wind direction, warm southerlies instead of cold northerlies. But we've still got that cold air at first, and for Thursday morning a widespread frost once again, and for sheltered parts of Wales, Northern England and Northern Ireland, well, here in some places temperatures could get as low as -5°C. But it will soon warm up because for most it's another dry and bright day. Best of the sunshine in the south, Scotland and Northern Ireland seeing a bit more cloud and a few showers for northern and western Scotland. Mostly though, these are rain showers. Now into Thursday afternoon, temperatures rising into the mid-teens, and for Friday, well, that high pressure begins its journey southwards. As it drifts south, it's going to maintain the largely settled conditions across much of the country. Another chilly start to Friday with a frost in places, but for most it's another day of sunny spells. But for the north of Scotland, a change into the weekend, because you can see in the Norwegian Sea an area of low pressure drifting south, and that's going to bring some rough weather to the Northern Isles in particular. Strong winds, gales in places, it's going to feel cold and there'll be some heavy showers. Northern and western Scotland will also see outbreaks of rain during Saturday, as well as parts of Northern Ireland. But for the rest of the country, another largely dry and bright day. A lot of cloud cover, but in any sunnier spells in the south, temperatures edging up to the high teens. Sunday, temperatures in the southeast reaching 20°C or so. Day by day, those temperatures are rising, but it's going to stay cold in the far north of Scotland, and for much of Scotland, Northern Ireland, Northern England, as well as North Wales, outbreaks of rain will cross the country during Sunday and into the start of Monday. However, for the start of next week, we begin to lose those weather fronts as high pressure builds once again from the south. And with its new position, we're going to begin to draw up warmer southerly winds, and the jet stream will be pushed to the north. So that means into the start of next week it's going to be warmer. Widely it will become drier once again, just 1 or 2 showers for the north and west of Scotland at times through next week. But overall, high pressure is expected to dominate, and that's clear from this chart. Now, this shows the probability of high pressure or low pressure from the European model, or the ECMWF model. The top row there shows the most recent model run, and the previous runs are listed below. Red indicates a higher chance of high pressure, and you can see out to the foreseeable future reds dominate this chart, indicating that strong signal for high pressure. There's also a strong signal through next week for the temperatures to rise. Now, this chart here shows the temperature trend through next week, both by day, those are the red boxes, and by night, those are the blue boxes. And you can see the blues at the start of the period showing the likelihood, this is for the Midlands, of some overnight frosts, but both daytime and nighttime temperatures rise during the next 10 days. Into next week, the boxes get a bit longer. That means that there's a bit more uncertainty, a bigger range for the most probable temperatures. But the overall trend is that those temperatures are rising, and by the middle of next week, well, we could see mid-20s or even higher in places. So strong signal through next week for mostly dry conditions. 1 or 2 showers for the north and west of Scotland, most likely. Not always completely sunny, but where it is sunny, well, it's going to feel pleasantly warm, and those temperatures are rising. We'll lose the frost and we'll gain some heat. But as we do gain the heat, there's always the chance of heavy showers sparking off in many parts of the country. So it's not going to be entirely dry, but there is that signal for high pressure to dominate during the next 10 days. A lot of fine weather to come. Make sure you enjoy it safely.